I want to take a look at this video of the UN General Assembly vote. This was a resolution for an immediate Gaza ceasefire a week ago. Let's take a look.
Emergency special session of the UN General Assembly, an overwhelming show of support by the majority of the nations of the world. 158 member states of the UN voting in favor of a ceasefire in Gaza, notably Italy and Germany, two countries that previously abstained.
They finally joined.
And 159 voting to support and defend the UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees, known as UNRWA, that Israel is trying to destroy. While both resolutions are non-binding, they send a powerful message.
Justice must be served and impunity must end. Israel is continuing with its genocide, nevertheless. It is continuing to use starvation of Palestinian civilians as a weapon of war.
Gaza doesn't exist anymore. It is destroyed. Palestinians are facing hunger, despair, and death. We have said it before. History is the harshest critic of inaction. And history is being written as we sit here today.
The votes here in the General Assembly come a little over 2 weeks since the United States blocked a Gaza ceasefire resolution in the Security Council. It was the fourth time the United States blocked a Gaza ceasefire resolution, and that's something that was not lost on many member states.
History will remember who failed to act and who stood on the side of peace.
The U.S. again voted against both a ceasefire and the resolution supporting UNRWA.
Both of these resolutions have significant problems. One rewards Hamas and downplays the need to release the hostages, and the other...
What's the reward for Hamas? What is that? What would that be? And they've already spoken that like a ceasefire would lead to release of more hostages, but Israel has also bombed some of the hostages, so like obviously some have died. So this is just like ridiculous what the U.S. is saying here.
Denigrates Israel without providing a path forward to increasing humanitarian assistance to Palestinian civilians.
Oh, okay. It denigrates Israel, and there's no way that we could figure out a way to get humanitarian assistance through during a ceasefire. It seems like the best time to actually get aid through, because what was it, 66 days that there hasn't been aid to North Gaza? I mean, this dude has to be like drunk.
But the U.S. stands almost alone.
In the bow tie, that's absolutely a mockery, dude.
Handshakes and hugs to the Palestinian envoy. A clear victory for Palestine in the halls of diplomacy. Gabriel Zondo, Al Jazeera, at the United Nations in New York.
It's probably a sign that things are changing, and waters are shifting, public perception, lots of new things are coming out, like right here, Human Rights Watch today has declared that extermination and acts of genocide are being committed by Israel, and they are deliberately depriving Palestinians in Gaza of water. I'm actually going to go through this in a separate video because it's a lot, but I'm going to drop the link down below if you want to check it out now. But I do want to actually go through this like to the letter and see what Human Rights Watch has to say about this, because they are one of the most notable organizations, and we're hearing it from everybody that, hey, it's a genocide. Listen, we're saying it's a genocide. You have Holocaust survivors saying it's a genocide. You have the International Criminal Court. You have the ICJ. There's so many, the UN. There's so many different organizations that are like Amnesty International even came out and said it. We talked about that. So, I mean, the list keeps piling up, and history is going to be watching this, because we are in a moment where history is being made. And do you want to be on the side that is correct and morally right and is seeing what is actually happening? Or do you want to be on the side that's covering up for a literal modern Holocaust and literally a modern Nazi party that is committing said Holocaust? Let me know in the comments.